Hello and welcome back to Irish Chippy channel. My name is Pascal. Today I am going to do something different that I don't normally do. I do a few mechanical things and I am not very mechanical, but I can fix most things. I'm going to change the seals on the master cylinder of the back brakes of this Honda RS125. Somebody else changed them before and they didn't put on genuine parts. So the master cylinder, you can buy a seal kit for it, and I have bought that. The master cylinder is this part here, or cylinder. It's depressed by the pedal here, and it pumps the brakes down here. These are disc brakes in the back of this bike as well. The reservoir is up here, and we will probably take the reservoir off rather than take off all these things and try and get in at this screw here. Because we're going to flush the whole system out, because you're supposed to do that anyway regardless, but there is nothing in the system now, so I'm hoping there's no other damage done. Now I bought the kit from Honda, the genuine kit. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking off this protector here. And I can come in here now and I can take the bolts off then to remove. The reason I'm going to bring it inside, it's too awkward to do it here. I'm going to bring it inside and put it on a table, so I will show you all the parts and how we put them together. So I will remove this one. I have rags and cloths underneath. You don't want to get brake fluid on anything if you can. I don't think there's any brake fluid left in it. I think it all leaked out. That was tight. Now this might leak a little bit. You should really wear gloves for this, but I don't think there's very much of anything in, there's no fluid inside in this. So I'm just going to hold a cup under this just in case there's some left in it. There is, and we will just leave that there. And we didn't spill any, so we're okay. Can leave that down there now while I'm taking these bolts out, and then I'm going to remove these two bolts that are holding the master cylinder in. So that was difficult to get out, the split pin. I'll put a new one in when I'm doing it. I think maybe it got damaged before, and then I'm going to take out this I'm going to take this out, leave that there as well, and then I have my then we have our master cylinder, and we are going to bring that inside to the workshop and strip it down. I'm glad I got inside here. It's piping outside today. It's about 35 degrees and I have a fan here, so I'm fine. Now, I haven't done this before, but I know how to do it. I kind of know how to do it. I know the basics of it. So what we need to do is I need to take this off first and take off this nut off it first and take off the boot off it and then prise it up. I might have to go in. I have a vise here on the side. I might have to go into that. If your tripod is in your view there, I'm sorry about that, but so I'm going to put for this particular one, I'm going to put the spanner in there, and hopefully I won't need to put this in the vise. And then, yeah, and then I got that. So now we can take off this piece. So once we have this piece off, we can actually take off the boot itself. Now, as I said earlier, we probably should be clean. You should be using clean hands, but or sorry, you should be using gloves. But I don't have any. This is where it all leaked anyway before. So I have taken off the boot, and I'm looking at my other parts, and it looks slightly different, meaning that this one was probably the wrong one, and it's very distorted. It was not genuine Honda part. So now I'm going to take out the circlips here and then put this into the vise, and this one is for opening a circlips, but the circlips has to be closed to come out, and when I did that it came out, so mostly came out. So now just ease this off. It's a big mess in here, and gunk, and this came out without any force at all, so that's good. Now, so that wasn't too bad. The piston comes out. Oh, this is the piston here. So you can note a few things. This doesn't look, the seals look like they're worn already. The seals look worn down compared to the new ones. The piston, I don't know, but we are replacing the whole lot. The wider end of the seal goes towards, like, the wider end of the spring is this side, and the seal's on the inside. So the taper is going like this. So it's going like this. You understand, the same as with this. So that you can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it up close there. Can you see it up close there? The taper here. So the taper goes towards the spring and goes towards the bottom of the cylinder. But we'll take it out for cleaning the whole part. We don't have a new O-ring, do we, in the kit? No, we don't, because this is not a moving part. Okay, so this is just like a gasket. What we're going to do now is I'm going to get the other parts that are really in bad shape. We're going to clean them up. I'm going to take out the kit here now for you. Okay, so I'm after getting this seal on. I've done it over in the vise there, much easier to do. Make sure that the taper is going that way when you're going down. So then we will put what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of oil on them, but because I'm not so sure and people are always asking, I'm not going to put grease on it, but I will put a little bit of brake fluid oil on it, because that certainly can't help it, harm it, because it's in brake fluid. This is not good for your hands. Then I am going to put the piston in, and it should go in easy enough with the oil on it, and push it in and press it down. Yeah, it feels good. When it feels good, we're happy then. And then I am going to put on this part then. I'm going to try and get the boot in here like this, down in there. You might have to push this down. I'm going to try and get this thread up over it has to go over the bolt first and into the groove. And it's in the groove there now. There, and it's in the groove. Now that looks good. As you see, it's cut in the groove here, the seal, and that's to keep the dust out. So then we will just proceed to put the adjusting screw on, and when it's tightened against this one, of course, but the last time it was down pretty much the whole way. So then we will go outside, and then that's our rebuild done. So we're going to go outside and fit it then, and then we will bleed the system. So I'm going to connect up everything that I took away earlier, and then we will proceed to bleed the brakes. I'm going to take off the reservoir completely. As I said to you earlier, if I take out the reservoir, we won't have to be taking off all this and the exhaust. Get my spanner on the nipple down here. There's a nipple on the bleeder, and I'm going to put the spanner on that. You can buy a little kit for this that leaves it easier and that holds this spanner in place. But first thing what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill up the reservoir. And I'm going to put a cover on it, partially on it anyway. You want to keep it clean and keep everything clean. And try not to spill it, and put the cover back on it. Normally what you do is you pump, and then you open here, and then you close here, and then release. And then you pump, open here. I think if you do it the other way around, what's going to happen is you're going to suck the air back up through it. Coming down here, release, tighten, and let up. Down, release, tighten, and let up. So now I have a good hard brake. You could nearly bend the lever with it. Yeah, what happened was I made the golden mistake of letting the reservoir run down while you were bleeding. You should make sure you never should do that. Okay, so now we will put everything back together. So this is what we flushed out, but even though it was mostly empty, so I probably used fluid, and this is very dirty. So I'm glad we done this job, and I'm going to get up on the bike now. Now make sure you're right there. Dispose of that correctly. Before anyone says anything, I need 2 new tires on this bike. So the brakes are working fine now. Yeah. So that's our video, and thank you very much for watching. And if you like this video or any of our other videos, please subscribe to our channel, Irish Chippy. I will do another video on flushing out the front brakes, which is much easier. It doesn't need the master cylinder doesn't need a kit yet, but we will just flush it out now, seeing as it's such an easy job to do.